to see any of the weird, interesting, creative decks like the Conflux deck that we saw, I think, in Dallas.
I like that deck, but I don't know how competitive it is.
If you if you resolve Dream Halls, it gets pretty competitive.
Sure.
That's all you need to do. Shout out to Randy Bueller.
Randy_Bueller.
Underscore. I don't remember there being an underscore last time. Now I'm skeptical again. I don't know. We need some type of like authentication, like a secure ID for people in the chat room.
Like this guy whose name is John
John_ Finker. Could be. I don't know. Today's gonna be the day where if your name says you're someone that I am familiar with.
Yeah, this is definitely not John Finkel. Hey guys, it's John Finker.
Wow. I mean, maybe we should have had everyone banned from the chat. It was a lot quieter when that one person snuck in somehow. How did that person sneak into chat?
I think after 20 minutes they got unbanned.
But the channel status said ban star.
I don't know.
Somehow he doesn't fit in the star category.
Sure.
Maybe he doesn't have a dot.
Oh, I think everybody has a dot though.
Maybe. Well, it's got to be a reason. It's a reason for everything, right?
So tell me about the Legacy format a little bit. What do you like in Legacy? If you were to play this tournament today, Rashad, what would you play?
Well, I was always a big fan of the 43 land, 38 land, X number of land deck.
The land deck, yeah.
Yeah, the land deck. I usually don't play decks that get really popular, though. So, it's kind of popular. So
yeah.
I probably wouldn't play it anymore. But, I mean, if I had to be like, hey, Rashad, you have to play in this tournament and you better win, I'd play that deck.
Sure.
Because, I mean, there isn't a lot of combos kind of died down. There's a lot of good sideboard cards for combo decks. There's Mind Break Trap, even like Chalice of the Void is pretty good against a lot of the combo decks. And, I mean, there are a lot of Force of Wills and Dazes in the format, which drive combo decks away, too. So, that was really the worst matchup. The worst, unwinnable matchup for the 43 land deck.
Yeah, there's a lot of Merfolk just because it's cheap to build and, pretty powerful.
It actually is pretty good, although it loses to the Zoo decks.
Yeah.
Pretty hardcore. It actually could beat the 43 land decks, too, because having so many basics really neutralizes one of the strategies that land wants to do. It wants to just wasteland all your land so that you can't cast spells anymore, but you can't wasteland an island yet. Can't wasteland an island yet. Still waiting for that card that lets you wasteland an island.
Something that's all lands become non-basic.
That'd be awesome. And then back to basics, so 2-card stasis.
Yeah.
I guess you could just play stasis then.
Yeah, should I go out, try to find somebody to do an interview with?
Yeah, we're going to... They get to look at us for the whole period this time. We'll start running it out a little bit later.
Okay, cool.
Right now, they get to see all this awesome action. What we can do is look at some of the legacy decks that were being played in...
Wait, do we have a Bill Stark?
We have a Bill Stark.
There's a chair right here for you, Bill.
We already have the Bill Stark chair. Someone moved it over to the side, though. But we're joined by Bill Stark at StarkingPost.com. Maybe I'll put your website up.
Hey, I'm always happy to have the website up. Gotta apologize for everyone out in the audience. I'm losing the voice, getting the old con crud, as it's called with the Wizards folks.
I guess I don't know what your website is.
The StarkingtonPost.com, spelled correctly.
you typed in the Starking Post.
So I just covered Colosso Fuentes' match against Chris Harton. Colosso managed to win in the third game, but it was actually a pretty close match.
Speak up, because I don't know if they can hear you.
It's not coming up.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, guys. On top of having a cold, I'm losing my voice. But we're playing through. I always like to point out, I don't know if people at home realize this, but we essentially covered this event for 16 and a half hours yesterday from start to finish. That is so much time. 16 and a half hours. That is a ton of time.
It was late when
Think
we
about
finished
that. That's
last night.
But it's fun to do, and it's a lot of fun. The legacy stories that we're going to follow today, of course, Mike is doing very well with the 5-color allies deck, so we're hoping to look at that later today. Of course, that's the big deck from the Japanese legacy.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm surprised that deck transcends so many formats.
Yes, it is pretty much everywhere.
I actually heard that it isn't that good in actual block constructed.
No.
Because there's too many like the burn spells are too.
Yes.
Yeah, because
But
Searing Blade-
5-color allies legacy. We were kidding. That's not real. Don't Google that.
You should Google it.
Don't Google that.
Please do.
Yeah, there's gonna be deck lists on the starting to post.com, right?
Maybe on April 1st. That's what we'll do for our April 1st.
This is a big build-up. We're building
Yeah.
you up for a whole month, just for April 1st.
So Alex Bertoncini won yesterday, despite having an early loss in a feature match. He's the only player who has ever gone back-to-back at Star City Cash events. He has a competition going with Colasso Fuentes. They have not a love-hate relationship, but they're friends. But you kind of goof around with your friends. And currently, he is up because he beat Colasso yesterday, and now Colasso won this round, and Alex starts out 1-1. I believe you guys had that on the video feed, yeah?
Yep.
So Alex is a little bit down today. Colosso's hoping to break even on the weekend. As far as World Weight cards go in Legacy, I don't know if you guys have looked at this very much. It doesn't look like there are a whole bunch of cards that are going to make a big impact. But some that I've kind of seen people talking about include Stoneforge Mystic in the deck that Aaron Wayne used to top 8 Dallas, which is called No Goyf aggro, basically.
Why is it called No Goyf?
Because it is an aggro deck that doesn't play Tarmogoyf.
Wow.
Man, it's like I set the ball on the tee and Rashad just like, boop.
Well, I do that every now and then. We may call other decks No Goyf also, because I get confused with legacy names.
I do too. At Legacy, so some of my success as a tournament player has come from Legacy, but it was sort of like a freak thing where I showed up at the event and top 4. It was a Grand Prix in Columbus, I think was what it was.
Yep.
I had a deck I thought was good, but I don't feel like I felt like I was betraying the Legacy community, because the Legacy has this great, fantastic community of any specific format. I think the Legacy community is one of the best. And I felt like it was betraying the Legacy community for this guy to just show up with this deck that he just kind of made on his own and was a part of the community. I think one of the things we'll see this weekend are some of those players ferreting out what the important World Weight cards are and using them. So
I think it's a little early for Legacy. There isn't a lot of attention being put on it. Usually there isn't a lot of energy going, hey, we gotta build a Legacy deck. We gotta look at and test all these new World Weight cards. It's kind of like, yeah, there's tournaments. We've been doing Standard. We've been doing Extended. And now there's a Legacy tournament right here. So this deck's already there. I don't really have time to see if this card is good at it. Maybe I'll try one or two, or maybe I'll just leave the deck as is. But I'm sure World Weight has some great cards, has some powerful cards, and I'm sure a lot of them will find homes in Legacy decks.
yeah, and I think we'll see those cards find homes as people try to keep up with the Star City Games Open series. And again, for those of you who are interested in finding out where you can play it in your home, check the StarCityGames.com website. You should be checking it anyway because we've got the live coverage all day today. But it has a schedule. We're coming to Seattle, North Carolina, Indianapolis,
Rashad has
Orlando.
the schedule pulled up, maybe?
It's one of these tabs.
Yes, there are.
It's not
There
anymore.
are many places to find the schedule. You can find it on the Stargate Post, but your best spot is the StarCityGames.com main page website. It's up there now, and one of the great things I feel about this tournament circuit is that there's tons of stuff to do, regardless of whether you're playing the main events or not. So yesterday we did a photo piece with some guys who were here. It was the second round, and they're just playing EDH out in front. And I said, "Are you guys out of the tournament already?" And they said, "Oh, well, no, we just came to play side events. We're going to play Legacy tomorrow." And then you see people today already, they fired off a couple public events today for Standard, for box tournaments, because people didn't want to play Legacy, but there's still tons of stuff to do. So
I think we call them side events here because the whole event's public.
is that? Well, that's true. Yeah, I guess the whole event.
Yeah,
is
there's
public.
one big public event,
Yes,
and
that's
there's the
fair.
main. Now the Invitational, then we have public events.
Public events. Yeah.
When's that Invitational?
Invitational towards the end of the year, December 3rd through the 5th.
Whoa.
Going to be right back here in Richmond. Rashad is feeding me these details from my computer.
I mean, they can see me feeding you the details also.
He's a pro, except for the part where you can see what's going on here.
Well, I mean, that's also to reinforce what you're saying.
Yes.
because some of our viewers can't actually hear us.
All the bells and whistles. There's so much crazy stuff that goes on with producing.